Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on the MJ sector, so all in all, disappointing day. Bulls definitely wanted a bit more follow through on the break through the highs of yesterday, and we didn't really get it. So another example today where bull breaks are not for buying, and that's the takeaway for me this week. So for CGC, we've got our low, high of the bull move. Our higher low is now set. That's what breaking the high of yesterday does do. 2138 is now the most important support level for me, but the bulls have to break 2375 and get over daily exponential resistance if we are going to see a daily trend change. Still work for the bulls to do. Very low volume day across the board. It was a Jewish holiday. 2 more trading days this week. Have to hold 2138 and break 2375, and even if we get that break, we will just be looking for a weekly lower high compared to 2889. So it's all about the bigger picture, which is a very clear weekly downtrend. This is just trying to set another weekly lower high. So don't lose sight of that fact. And this week, I have lost sight of that fact a little bit, just with 2 trades, but trying to play bullish on those 2 trades unsuccessfully. So what that means is I'm taking my ball and I'm going home, and I'm not playing this sector while we're within this sideways daily range. And fortunately, cryptocurrency just broke its tightening daily range and went 8% in 2 hours. So I'll go where the volatility is and patiently wait for the MJ sector. Cron on the daily chart staying one of the weakest. 840 is support. Resistance is up at 944. We dropped down to 845, still holding it, but just barely. And we have not set a daily high or low, and we're nowhere near breaking 944 resistance. Cron bears still in full control. ACB was one of the weakest names today. Broke high of yesterday, and I played that break. And obviously there was no follow through. So this is our daily high or low at 395. The break of 425, we did end up going 3 pennies. I guess that's what, 0.7%. The way I played it, just to zoom in, is entered on the bull move. And then after the first 5-10 minutes of consolidation, very clearly, just like the Cron trade yesterday or 2 days ago, where it's big red flag, the size of that pullback is not healthy. So I made a play off of the low of the day, anticipating that it would hold at least the first attempt. So I only entered a half a position on the initial bull break. I was going to add if we saw follow through. We didn't see follow through, so I'm in a half position. I entered the second half at 415 here, sold it at 418 on the little bounce. That lowers the break-even point of my initial entry by 3 pennies. And you might say 3 pennies, big deal, but 0.7% definitely matters. That adds up over time. And then in the end, I got stopped out on a new low of the day down here. And all that did was just make it less of a loss by getting that 3 pennies, but a loss nonetheless. Less of a loss nonetheless. So I'm done. Like I said, that's my lesson. 2 lessons on the week. Good enough for me. And we're looking back down at the low of 395 and 380. APHA is standing up a bit better. And if we could just compare, it's almost like we have the 3 bears where we've got the weakest close on ACB, the middle close on CGC, and the stronger close on APHA on today's daily candle. So APHA, we have our low, high of the bull move, higher low, and resistance is 553. So bulls have to break 553 to change this little daily trend. And if we cannot do so, bulls prove nothing. If we do break that resistance, we zoom out to the weekly and we look for a weekly lower high compared to 714. TLRY, who cares? Sideways, inside bar, 2334 support, then 2260, 2496, and 2549 resistances. Same as everybody else. A lot of proving to do for the bulls. Hexo held its low. This bounce is extremely weak. There is no confidence there. And we're looking down at 356 and 352 after a weak bounce attempt and potentially a little daily bear flag. OGI is still extremely weak. We have a double bottom at 309 and 310 today, but we didn't do anything on the hourly time frame to change the trend. So bears are still in control there. Anything under 329 is just a lower high. And I will be interested if we drop down towards $3. That's still 6% plus away from our must-hold support of 297. Daily RSI is still crushed. 4-hour RSI is not. So if I'm going to be interested in bottom fishing 297 support, I want to see 4-hour RSI in the mid to low 20s and a straight drop to $3 in the next day or two. VFF, red flag yesterday was the close at the low of the day when the rest of the sector had a good number of green closes. Slight uptick in bear volume yesterday was also a red flag. And here we are dropping down to a lower high, lower low. Anything under 949 is just a lower high on the daily. And support is nowhere to be found in this range. We're looking down at, that already broke. We're looking down 775. 775 next level. And got to wonder what is going on with VFF, whether there's dilution news coming or what. Did not build support on the way up on that huge run. Remember when a stock could go 500% in just a few months? Anyways, the bears are in complete control again on every time frame. And I'm not interested in an oversold bounce because there's no clear support level to play that off of. And the fact that VFF is dumping like this only adds more doubt in the sector as a whole. And it's not good. We want to see the sector rise together if we're bullish. So even though other names are holding their lows, the fact that VFF is breaking its lows, definitely a point in favor of the bears. TGOD, dilution news. Big gap down open. Anything on the daily under 206 will just be a daily lower high. Support is 131. And that's the all-time low. So we just keep dropping all-time lows in TGOD. Cureleaf, break is imminent tomorrow. Sideways range here. A little bit of bull volume at the end of the day. Have to break 888 for a bull break. And then, of course, we need some follow-through. Break 888 and 902. And the bulls will be up to something. So daily inside bar on watch for tomorrow. Very low volume on this consolidation. Expecting a spike in volume tomorrow compared to the last few days. CWeb daily inside bar. If it breaks bullish, our daily higher low is 1764. If it breaks bearish, our daily higher low has not been established yet. So how that inside bar breaks will be important. Daily exponential resistance, just like so many other names, keeping the price contained for now. IAN trying to hold its low, just barely doing so. Inside bar today. If we break the inside bar bullish, our daily higher low is set at 163. If it breaks bearish, we're right back to our low of 156. Anything under 214 is just a daily lower high. So the distance needed, we need a 25% move to break our daily resistance, where a lot of these other names need just a few percent, 4% or so. OH, daily inside bar, break it bullish, our daily higher low is 533. Break it bearish, and we're looking right back at the bottom. GTII, daily inside bar, break it bullish. Daily inside or daily higher low is set at 1169. Break it bearish, and it's not set yet, and we're still looking for that higher low. And TRUL, daily inside bar, break it bullish. Higher low will be set at 1202. Break it bearish, and it's not set yet. So everybody's doing the same thing to a certain degree. There's just names that are stronger than others. There's some names that are very clearly standing out weak. And a lot of inside bars are going to break tomorrow. Sector really needs a green day pretty desperately. We'll see if it can get it. S&P 500 is also in a tightening daily range. Very similar to what CGC is doing over the last 5 days, just to compare. Broke the high of yesterday, just barely, hardly any follow through. Daily higher low is set. Still have to break daily resistance to change the trend. So I appreciate you watching. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. Watch for some upticks in volume. And remain patient out there. That's a lesson for myself. Small losses, no big deal overall, offset by other trades. But better to sit on our hands and wait for bull momentum before looking bullish. Because one thing the sector is showing us is that there are not people sitting here waiting to buy into bull breaks. And that's definitely a common symptom of still being in a weak market. So we'll see you soon. Do good things out there. Have a good rest of your night.